everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining us today. My name's Cathie and this is Make It With Mod Podge. And today we have an under $3 craft using napkins and a couple of items from the dollar store. Steve is going to teach you how to make this adorable cookie display, perfect for your holiday buffet or perfect for your treat display.
Thanks, Kat, for that introduction. Today is really exciting because we are making these food trays. We're making single ones, we're making double ones, and these are all done with dollar store items. Dollar store plates and dollar store candle holders like this. So let's get to it and let's get started. Really easy to do. So the first thing you want to do is go and purchase clear plates. Now we're using two different sizes. We're using a smaller size right here, and we're also doing a larger size, which is this one right down here. These are singles, but today I'm gonna show you how to put these together and make the double tiered tray. Now these are great for cookies, these are great for muffins, these are great for candy. These are even great for these little tiny ornaments right here for any type of display you wanna do for the holidays. So these are really fun to make, and again, one of these to make is about $3, that's it. So let's get started. The first thing that I had to do was find the napkin of my choice, the one that I wanted to use. And I found these snowflakes because Christmas is coming up and we are ready to make our cookies pretty soon and put our candy displays and ornaments. So I decided that these snowflakes were really cool. There's a lot of different napkins out there. And the first thing is just to separate your napkins like this. Now these usually have a 2-ply or a single ply, and all you're wanting on your napkin is the decorative piece. So just separate that first, and we're going to set this piece aside. The next thing you want to do is take your plate and you want to make sure you clean this with alcohol. Make sure you get a cotton ball or a little bit of a rag and clean this so there is no oils on there, no dirt. I've already done that, so this is ready to go. And the cool thing about these is we're using Dishwasher Safe Mod Podge. Now, the other great thing about Dishwasher Safe is, of course, you can clean these. Water is not going to be a problem on them. Everything is top rack on these. So these guys are going to be hand washed because I like to hand wash these. And all the work that's done is underneath the glass plate. So you're going to be able to put food right on top of these plates. So all you're going to have to do is wash these on the top and they're good to go. They're going to be clean. So let's get moving on the plate here. And the Mod Podge is a great product because this is a product that you're going to be able to get wet. And you want to make sure that you put your Mod Podge on the back of the plate and work it around. As you can see, there's a little bit of a rim on this plate, and that's where I like to start. And make sure you have a nice amount of this Dishwasher Safe on top of it. You want to go a little bit thicker than thinner. Then you're gonna work your way down. Here's a quick tip for you guys. When you're working your way down, make sure you hit this rim. If you don't hit that rim and there's no Dishwasher Safe Mod Podge on there, that napkin is not going to adhere to it, and this is where peeling could happen. So we're working all the way around, making sure that we're hitting all of this glass plate. Now the dollar stores have a lot of different glass plates, all different sizes, and that's what's fun about this project. You're gonna be able to mix and match and make all different kinds, single ones, double tiered. You can even do triple tiers. There we go. And we're just gonna smooth that out a little bit, and then I'm gonna work back on the top, go around this rim again, and fill this in. Okay. That's good. So let's put this aside right here because our next step is our napkin. Now on our napkin, we're gonna use a spritz bottle. The reason why we use a spritz bottle, we're gonna give this nice little spritz, very light spritz. This is going to eliminate any bubbles that go down on the plate. It eliminates bubbles very, very well. So I suggest you use your spritz bottle. Now with your napkin, you're gonna wanna face this down because we're gonna be putting it on the back of the plate. So we want the decorative side to come through on the plate side. So I'm going to give it a spritz, and you're able to see that. You don't need too much, you don't want to super saturate it. That's plenty. And we're gonna let that absorb a little bit. And as you can see, that's the other reason why you put it down, because you kind of can't really tell which side is which when it gets wet. Then I'm just gonna drop my napkin right down on the plate, like so. Here we go. And then I'm gonna just tap this very gently. Now, I don't suggest you guys using a brush on this stage because these napkins are very thin, and with the Mod Podge down and the water, you don't want to risk tearing. Now I'm just going to pick this plate up, flip this over a little bit. There we go, you guys can get a better look, and then gently tap those all the way down, and make sure you hit that rim. You want to make sure that that Mod Podge and that napkin attach to each other. There we go. Spread it out. Just make sure you're gentle with this because you don't want that napkin to rip. Okay, let's move on to the next step. We're gonna let this dry for a couple hours. Now I have one already done. I have a step out. And let me just show you right here. I got my trusty little can here, and this becomes a great drying rack. So I'm just gonna drop this one down, and we're gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna finish this one later. And here is my step out. So this one has been drying for a couple hours, and the next step we are ready to do is cutting this edge off, this excess napkin. And we want to get as close to the edge as you possibly can. Now the deal is with this, you want to get really close to that edge, and you could almost go a little bit on an angle. So my scissors are actually touching that plate, and you're getting as close as possible, and you're just taking off that layer. See how nice and straight that is? And that's because my scissors are hitting that plate. You can actually even hear that. There we go. Let's get that off. Okay, so we want to take a look at that. That looks pretty good. You can kind of take a look all the way around. I like to feel it with my fingers. If I feel any little areas, you can just go right back in there with your scissors and just get those little shavings off, but that looks pretty good. Looks really good, doesn't it? But we're still not done with this yet because we still want to do some painting on the back. And we're going to use some white folk art paint on the back of this. And the reason why, all napkins are a little bit different. So we have a couple different colors and styles of napkins right here. And when you put the white paint on the back of these plates, your image really pops. So I suggest that you absolutely do that. We're using the white folk art paint for that. Very simply, you're gonna be painting right on the back. Let me pour a little bit out there. And you're just going to cover this plate. Right now it's kind of see-through a little bit. So you just want to make sure it's solid. And it's as simple as painting your entire plate white. So why don't we fast forward that right now? Okay, there we have it. We are done. That's one coat of the folk art white. Now you can do 2 coats if you want to, but you really don't have to. You're gonna let this dry. Again, I always say a couple hours just to make sure it's completely dry. The next step is adding your Dishwasher Safe Mod Podge to the back of your dry plate. So let's do that. I have another step out right here for you. Now normally I would show you guys using, again, the Dishwasher Safe Mod Podge. You want to make sure you put 2 coats of that, or 3 coats actually, dry time 2 hours in between each coat just to make sure it's completely solid, and this is dishwasher safe then. But I've already done that because I want to show you, because I'm going to be gluing these 2 plates together, and I wouldn't be able to do that if this was wet. So just know that this is 3 coats of Mod Podge, the dishwasher safe, right on the back. Now, I got these candle holders at the dollar store. They have a couple different sizes. Every dollar store is different, so yours might be different, but all you need is something like this. It's just a nice little stand, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be gluing this portion right down to my first plate. Oh, let me show you really quickly. Here's my other plate that I did, the large plate. So this is the larger side. Again, same on the back. I painted the back, and here's the front. So this is another design. I think the 2 designs together look really nice. And I'm just going to be adding my glue right to the rim of the bottom of this candlestick holder. Just like so. Go all the way around the rim. Make sure you have enough. And then I'm gonna place this, I'm just gonna eyeball it and center this right to the bottom of the plate. Like that. And then right here on the top, I'm gonna add some more of the glue right onto the rim of this one. Just like so. Again, you guys, a really fast and cheap, easy way for these great displays for your cookies, your muffins, your candies, your ornaments. And then I'm just going to center it again. I'm actually gonna look right underneath there, make sure it's right and centered, and look over on the top. There we have it. Gonna just let that sit there for a couple hours and let that dry. Everything's a couple hours in this project. And let that sit and dry, and we have made a double tier cookie, muffin, candy, ornament display for whatever you want within minutes. That easy. Again, let's look over here. We have a single display one with a larger plate, a smaller display right here with a smaller glass plate. We have our double tier. We also have this one here, which is just a single plate with ho 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 on top of a charger. Again, the napkins out there are so much fun. These are great for all sorts of holidays, anything you want, or just completely seasonal, however you want to do it. It's that easy. Dollar store items, glass plate, and candlestick holder. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've learned something, and I hope that you send us some pictures, because we'd love to see all the projects that you guys make. Don't forget to hashtag Mod Podge and hashtag Plaid Crafts. And we hope to see you next Thursday on Make It with Mod Podge. And Cathie has something coming up next Thursday that's really cool. So come back and join us. See you, everyone.